Greetings, everyone. I'm here. How's everybody doing? Sorry, but I'm still posting on this because I don't know, it's taking a long time as usual. Sorry. Maybe I'll turn this up a little bit more. I really wanted to be here an hour ago already, but I've been so... I haven't eaten a pickle in, oh my god, I can't even remember last time I had one. I've been so wrapped up in writing that I've been writing for like the last 2-3 hours or something, just like writing, just crazy. Like it, you know. Some of the stuff I do post on my TikTok, so if you guys go check it out, you can read a couple of them that I have on there, and I'm always grateful for opinions. Damn, this is really shitty. Hopefully we'll have an active stream tonight. I almost have a feeling of doubt toward it, but it's okay. I gotta fix this. I cannot live like this. I actually wrote something about my fucking neurotic feeling of always needing order and organization with everything. I actually wrote something about that just earlier. The fuck? That's not real. I did. I spent the $3 to get, I think it's like 18 candles or something. Yep. Oh my god, why does this keep doing that? God damn it. Shit. Oh, I got this ready. Man, pizza would be so good right now. Damn. So my friend from Germany, from the same region that I'm from, we text almost every day, and he sent me a video. When was it? Yesterday, a video of a stabbing that occurred in Mannheim, Germany, which is I think it is away from not in the area that I'm from, but it was literally and Americans would call it a terrorist attack. Because, oh shit, hold on, god damn it. Yeah, and it was just a pedestrian attacking a protester and the pedestrian Muslim and the protester against Islam. And he just like hit him and hit him and hit him. And the police stepped in. And the one police officer, you can see everything on the video. The one police officer gets stabbed in the neck by the Muslim pedestrian. And so my friend sends me this video, right? And is telling me, oh, people that were working on, helping with the election setup and everything were the ones attacked. And all you see in the video is the pedestrian attacking the man and the fight. You don't see any, you don't see what's happening before it or anything like that, right? So I'm immediately, okay, well, let's start with unnecessary, right? Unnecessary, regardless of what triggered it. Unnecessary, right? But I immediately was like, okay, I have a feeling that there's more to the story, but I'm also thinking to myself, and I'm telling him this, don't read too much into it, because immediately he's like, can you believe this shit? And how, these Muslims and da-da-da-da-da-da. And I was like, well, wait a minute. It's like, okay, this is a situation that escalated, unfortunately, in a way that it should have never escalated, okay, regardless of what it was. But it was so that then suddenly he changes his story. My friend changes his story and says, oh, actually, the people that were attacked, or the guy that was attacked by this other walking pedestrian, was actually a protester for an organization that goes against Islamic State. And I was like, okay, so now we're talking a little bit more about the truth, right? And immediately he's like, well, my opinion, I'm already considered then a Nazi when I say shit, shitty Muslim, blah blah blah. And I said, well, wait a minute. I'm like, you gotta understand that because this was an organization against Islam, okay, you can bet your fucking ass that they were Christians, which is just as bad. I'm like, think this through. There would have never been an atheist or a Satanist or anybody, any heathen would have stood there and just condemned one monotheistic religion. That would have not been the case. That's not what we do, right? We don't do that. We pretty much stay away. And if we do, we incorporate them all. Christianity as well as Islam, as well as any of those indoctrinated, organized religions. So you must consider that these were probably Christians holding this protest. So now you must reconsider which side you're on. Yes, it was wrong what this person did, but it was also wrong what the other people did, right? So it's like, and it's like, so seemingly he's just addressing the Islam side of the spectrum instead of really looking that this is everybody's fault here. This should have never been, why are there people out there protesting, why just that religion? But then for this man to act upon his religion in this aggressive and unnecessary way, of course, is, it's not good. It's disgusting. It's disgusting either way, in my opinion. That's what I told him. I said, either way, Oh, man. Sorry. I'm done now. Hey, Real Banished. I saw you redeemed. Let me just finish this up here. Yeah, so it was an interesting thing, and it's like every time he is like, and I like him. He's a very nice guy. He's not a bad guy, but he's very misguided in his opinions and in his attempt to, you know, present himself as this rather neutral and logical and agreeable person, when in reality all his negative exertion is at and about things that are actually, you know, in the long run and after the process, very helpful for the world. This is a bad example now, right? But it's like it always comes out that, you know, and then he will always underline it with, yeah, I'm not a Nazi, but I'm not a Nazi, but, because then he wanted to immediately bring up, well, no wonder the people are voting for the AfD, which is the literally right wing party in the German political system, and he wants to tell me no wonder people are voting for the AfD. That is a completely right wing, anti-Semitic comment right there. You know, just saying that. So it's like, once in a while, I go on this rant, right? And I send him this huge message like, listen, like, I don't want to hear any of your fucking shit that you're so against all the time. Because he's like this guy, he's against everything. Everything is bad, and he's against everything. And it's like, you know, he complained when they now started outlawing in Germany. They started outlawing fossil fuels, right? Which is affects a good portion of people in Germany, because a lot of people still have heating systems that are based on gas, okay? So it's like, okay, or not gas, but like oil heating systems. So it's like, okay, so he went on this huge tangent about how, like, this is not acceptable, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, do you not understand why this is being done? This is like totally, you know, this is this mentality of me. I don't give a shit about anything else, but if it affects me negatively, I'm going to fucking be mad about it. And it's like, do you not understand why this is being done? So that maybe whenever you have children in the future, that they can live longer, so that this whole planet, with all the creatures inhabiting this planet, can survive and overcome this, you know, global disaster that we're facing through global warming and you know, the ozone layer depleting and all of this shit. This is all part of the process of making this better, making the environment better. You know, having the environment thrive again. And you want to sit here and complain that this is just bothersome. Because, you know, Germany is very much a democratic socialistic state, right? So it's like you get help. You know, it is not that you actually have to pay for it, but it is a portion you have to pay for it, but the rest the government pays for. You know what I mean? And it's like, you know, like, you're an asshole. You're a fucking asshole. You're just thinking about yourself. I hate that shit. Yeah, Serendip's very, very true. For me, it is just like, for me, it does become simple at the point when you understand that this is about religion again. You know, that this whole escalation was for religious and religion's sake, you know, and it's like, and it would be so, you know, and it is really simple to understand once again that, you know, religion has done always more damage than it has done good, you know, so we can understand that it is just, you know, it's just like I want to say, like, stop it already, you know, it's so fucking stupid. All right, banished. Anything you want to ask about, or do you want just a general reading? All right. Interesting. Okay, so we got the 9 of wands here. So this card is about the biggest part about it that you should probably take away from is hope. Okay, that is the biggest word for this, because it looks like momentarily there's a stopping, and you're kind of stopping to ponder during challenging events, and you're summoning the will to continue with a struggle. Okay, so it might be your life in general right now that you're having a little bit of a struggle with, or it might be a particular situation that you're going through that is a little bit stressful, a little bit painful to go through, but there is definitely hope, and I think that is something that's within you, and that's what you're summoning to make it through this difficult time or this difficult event. So it is good, because you see the torch here, and the torch is very symbolic as a light at the end of the tunnel, as cliche as this may sound, but so it is, so you must not be alarmed. You're welcome. You're welcome. Oh my God, this is there. But yeah, I found this whole thing very interesting that he sent me that. And then, in addition to this video, today he sent me a video of a Muslim man making a video of himself, in the background playing the video of the stabbing and the beating, and him saying in German, ironically enough, him saying, this guy, this is my friend, I will send him everything, I will send him food, I will send him water, I will send him everything, he's my friend, he did the right thing, finally somebody did the right thing, embracing and supporting this act of violence because of a religious view. Just, why would somebody send me this? Just to underline the reason, underline how wrong, these Muslims in this situation are, and it's like, okay, I got it. But yes, it comes from religion and it's shitty, but, it's not everybody either, but it is really, it is nonetheless, again, a big sign that these organized religions need to be really condemned at all costs, at any time. They need to be wiped off the face of the earth. These religions need to be outlawed. I believe literally that religious places of worship should be demolished. Should be completely demolished. You want to worship your God? Build your own temple in your home, on your property. Do that. Stop harassing the world, nature, with erecting your ugly, useless buildings just so you can gather there to pray to an invisible being that you believe is in charge of your life. It's so it's retarded. Like, literally. It's not normal behavior. I witnessed firsthand across the street from my house, there's this huge Baptist church, right? Next to it, there used to be a nice little park with big couple of big oak trees, and there was swings for kids, and it was nice. They tore this entire thing down, and now there's this ugly, for years now, this ugly, huge building that is for extracurricular activities, but a branch off of the church. These are church people that go there, right? It's just to herd more people into this churchy shit. And it's just like, ugh. Well, okay, so we can make exceptions. If they are historical buildings, it's just like Notre Dame, for instance. We know that Notre Dame burned. There was this fire that happened there a few years ago. And, hey, as I got a lot of pushback for my opinion on the matter from people because, yeah, it's a beautiful historical building, okay, but it was built on the backs of murders, of genocide, people being killed and burned, heathens, pagans being killed and burned, right? It was built on the backs of those people. Any religious erected, Christian or Muslim or, whatever erected building was built on that, because most of that religion only became as successful and as widespread through violence and force. So I cannot really see that this was such a tragedy, and I said it. I said, ha ha ha, a burning church. Don't you love it? Like I said something, whatever. I don't remember at all what I said, but, the essence was that. And it's like, I'm in a black metal band. This is what I believe in. I believe that these places need to be demolished because they harbor people that have no moral compass unless they are guided by a fictitious and fictional book, right? That has been around for only 2,000 years, so which means if it weren't for this book, these people would be committing the most outrageous crimes that are there. But they already do it anyway because now they can do it in the name of their God. It's a travesty. It's a travesty. It's a tragedy that we have as people, as we are all responsible. Our ancestors are responsible that we have let this come so far and develop so much into this cesspool that we now have to atone for what we have done for the world's sake. Hey, Nyla. I don't see it. I don't think they have spent it yet. Because when you do exclamation mark join, it just gives you the information on what you got to do to get a reading. Oh shit! See, now I'm getting fucking cold again. Or warm again. That's a good one, Sarah Dips. That's a good one. I like that. Yeah. Yeah, I've been in this writing frenzy, man. That's right up my alley right there. Oh no, what the hell? How is this always happening? I was drowning in whatever, man. I'm not. Yeah, that's been my most fun lately. Writing is, I haven't even been reading. I've been writing. I haven't even been painting, which I got to do tomorrow. I got to do something, a little bit at least. I know I said it before. I cannot really invest much time into painting right now, because this is not helping my cause really, that I need to complete. But I need to do at least a little bit, because I can feel I need to get it out. So Yay! Huh. Oh! Oh. Yeah. Yes, and I had completely already again slipped my mind. So cool, thank you. Good. Oh, so it's like deathcore or hardcore. It's okay. It's just not my genre, man. It's not my genre. I can't get into that stuff anymore. I used to listen to that type of stuff all the time, like, and as a teenager. But that's the thing with me. Ever since I got into black metal, it's just like totally ruined metal for me because it's like I cannot really listen to any metal except for like maybe some classic metal bands, like Judas Priest or like Megadeth or something like that. And then it's black metal, like. So it's definitely good, like there's no problem with what these musicians are doing. It's just like I don't get a thrill out of it. I'm just kind of like, it's not. To me, it really has become that it's like when you really understand the culture. Some would say the subculture of what black metal is about. Then when you really understand that, and when you yourself indulge and dwell in it, then you really, every song from every black metal band, when you listen to it, holds this meaning that is just like this spiritual essence and this spiritual power that you know is like it's not toppable, it's not surpassable, it's unparalleled to any any genre of music, really, besides maybe classical slash opera, right? Because we understand, like, these are, but when it comes to any other genre, there's no it's just words being sung to a melody. There's no real deeper meaning behind the words anymore. There's no and then there's also no lifestyle that connects with these songs sung. A lot of these people, they make the music, they enjoy the music, they're doing a good job, doing the music, but then they turn it off, and then they live their life that is a complete separate thing from the music that they make, and that is unfortunately nowadays more often the thing than the other way around, Whereas, musicians like us, we dwell in this mentality that never stops, and even when we're not writing music, making black metal in our lives is something that just doesn't stop. It's just that is who we are. It is literally that we have turned ourselves inside out when when because for me it was really a revelation when I found the genre of black metal, because it was like my whole life I knew that I was not one of the other people, and I try to find myself, and each time I thought I found myself, I reached another level, or not found myself. I knew who I was, but I found my place in the world. And each time I had thought I had found it, I reached another level that I called my home. And it was when it came to music, and then in connection with myself and my life and me as an individual. And then it was like, hello Naomi, welcome in. So it was like then in my late 20s, finally finding black metal was the revelation. It was everything. It was where have I been? Where has this been in my life? That if I would have had this 10, 15 years ago, I mean, I could have changed not just my world, but the world, the whole world, maybe, if I would have had this introduction. So it is one of those things where I will never look back, and I will never leave. And that's why, unfortunately, everything else is platonic and shallow and superficial to me. That doesn't mean I can't enjoy it sometimes. If I'm out and having a good time, not everything plays black metal, of course. If I'm out, I'm having a good time, and I'm listening to some fucking, like, Scorpions, man, super, love it, like, I get into it, I love it, and I enjoy it, and I have a good time. It's not that I live in misery or something. It's not like that at all. But it's just like when it comes to really sitting there and indulging in the music, because that's what I do when I listen to music. I take it in its entirety. Almost every song, no, pretty much like 99.9% of the songs that I listen to, I know the lyrics inside and out. I know the melody. I know everything, because when there's meaning, I am Naomi, I am. If you do ! Join, it will explain to you how it works. So yeah. All right, Serendips, I got you. You know what? No, oh shit! I think fucking ridiculous. I never pressed live. Now I pressed live. I also think that, like, black metal is one of those genres that has like an exceptional progressive evolution in its genre. When I think about, like, for instance, pop music, I really think to myself that, like, in the last 20 years, not much really has changed. Might be slightly different because we have a little bit different technology nowadays, so sounds can be different, but in the essence and in its shallow meaning, nothing has really changed when it comes to that, right? That's just that's just the example of that I'm using right now, pop music. I just said earlier, I feel like this about every genre, almost every genre. Whereas when you look at black metal from 20 years ago to now, it has evolved so much, and in such a like organic way, in such a like it's laid on so thick and good, because it has almost kind of closed the circle by almost entering into the folk aspect of music again too, so it's like it's beautiful if when you really look at the progress and the evolution. It's incredible. You dance? You like to dance? Oh, hi, Uriel. Yeah, lyrics, of course, are, everything. Yeah, I mean, not everything, but yeah, it's huge, and they have to be. But that's also the thing that I always like preach in a sense. It's like that like you have to be authentic when you sing about something. This better be what you do in your life. This better be how you actually feel. Don't be a hypocrite. Don't be a poser, as we call it in the scene, and speak and sing about something that you actually don't even mean, that you actually don't even agree with or feel deep within you. That's why there's a couple of musicians that are praised. They're praised. They're almost looked at as gods by the community, right? And I'm not discrediting their talent at all, but these particular musicians, like two in particular, it doesn't matter, they will literally sit there and they will talk about how they will laugh when somebody asks them, so these lyrics that you speak about in this murdering and all this blood and this violence, do you really believe in that? And then they will laugh, and subsequently, of course, they will explain that, nah, it's just, I'm just talking, literally it's what they'll say. I'm just talking, I'm just like saying words. I'm just lyrics, just like whatever. And it's like, what, dude? Like that holds no essence, that holds no spirit, that holds nothing that can make me take you seriously. To me, now you're just a poser. You're not authentic. You're not, bioorganic. You're nothing. You're just like nothing. All right. You've been known to cut a rug. Nice. All right, Serendips, it's you, and then it's Uria. Interesting. We find the Two of Wands inverted. This is talking about making poor choices and being indecisive. Maybe kind of goes hand in hand. Maybe two separate things. It is an inability to think creatively, divided attention and separation and dysfunction. Seems like maybe having a hard time focusing on something. Definitely, Uriel. Definitely, yes. Yeah, so maybe so I'm almost thinking that maybe you're having a hard time concentrating on something in particular. Maybe it's something that you're having a hard time following through. There might be some sort of confusion there. Also, could be that you feel a little bit stagnant right now creatively, because you cannot focus your attention. Because there may be an influence from the outside that is keeping your attention divided in a sense. Okay. Something along those lines. Oh. Okay. Gotcha. Yeah, it happens, man. We are humans. We are mere mortals. Ooh, that's a good question. That's a great question, Uriel. Whoa. What? Are you serious? Oh my god, I love that game. Is it not good? Are you regretting your purchase? Alright, Uriah. Let's see what we can find out. Huh. It's the Five of Cups inverted. So, two things. One is, I think you have triggered a possible return of an old friend somehow. Okay, of an old connection of some sort. Okay, you triggered that in a good way. This is a good thing. And the other thing is, you are forming new relationships, to the enhancement of your abilities. And they will become, or they are becoming, assets to your capabilities. Okay, so that's very good. So whatever your practice is, whatever you're practicing, you are, there can be a potential return of an old entity that can be helpful in your journey. But it is also about you forging new connections with new people or entities, furthering the growth of your abilities. So basically what it is saying is that you've been very proactive and pro-creative. Like, you've been really doing what you've been doing is good. You've been bringing, you've been like, you could say birthing new things, and bringing new things, manifesting things. So yeah, so you're doing well all in all. Especially with your connection with other entities, maybe people. Okay, so that's really helpful on your journey. Nah! How much is it on sale? That concludes you, Uriel. You're welcome. Thank you for coming in. Thank you for stopping by. On sale, it's $45. How much? Oh my god. That means it's $90 when it's not on sale? What the fuck? Sorry. I've never heard of a brand new game being more than $60. That's pretty ridiculous. Why am I tired right now? Like, what the hell? You too, Sensei. Thank you for coming in. Thank you so much. Yeah, because I am a person, I love Diablo. Diablo 3 is what I like Diablo 2, it's cool, but I do really enjoy Diablo 3. That was a good game, or is a good game. Um, so I played the shit out of it. When it came out, we got it, and I was playing it like all the time. I wanted to play it all the time. And it's like the people would play it with me for the first few days, and then it was like, I'm like, you want to play Diablo? And they're like, no, we're good. I'm like, what? Like my brother and my boyfriend or whatever. And I'm like, damn it. And then I just played by myself. Like, I didn't give a shit. What the hell? Oh, okay. Oh, I'm not working there anyways. That's fine. Okay. Anyway. Now I'm steadily moving closer to my goal, guys. Slowly though. So for those of you that are here right now that have social media or whatever, and that would do me the favor if you can share my GoFundMe link. That would be very much appreciated. I'm still trying, and I have literally had 2 people donate. 2. One of which is in here, and one of which is one of my band members. So it's kind of disheartening, and it's like, damn, it's a little bit like ironic too, though, when you think about it, because so many people always claim about they're so American and they're so patriotic and shit. And it's like, you want to be patriotic? Why don't you help me? Why don't you help me in my journey here, talking about being patriotic? It's like suddenly, when somebody actually asks for help, then most people close their eyes to it. And I'm not saying that I know there's people that want to help and that can't. I know that. And I'm never talking about these people. If you can't, you can't. Like, there's, I would never be mad about that. But I know there's so many people that I even know personally, that I like personally, that seem to like me personally, that are not even lifting, like, the slightest finger to try to help me get my shit in order, And it's like, when I say donate to my cause, I'm not telling you give me all your money. I'm saying, can you not help me with a little bit so I can gather money, from other area. If each person just spends $5, you guys could really help me. You know what I mean? And it's like, no, not even $5, not even $2, not even $1, not even a dime. And it's like, wow, bro. I I'm the type of person, I've been so broke that literally the only thing that automatically comes out of my bank account is my monthly donation to the Planetary Society and to WWF. There's only 1 month or so that I stopped the payments to them since I started, and I've been doing this for like 4 or 5 years now, because it's like, no, I want to donate to this cause. I don't care if I don't eat, because this has happened recently that you know that Serendips, I told, or no, I don't think I told you that. I think I told Sam, my friend Sam, that I literally was starving. I had nothing to eat in my house. This happened just recently because I had everything put into my savings, and I'm not touching that because that's my money to my goal. So it's like, okay, I literally had nothing to eat, and still the payments came out of my account. That's $25, right? That comes out of my account every month to donate to those two organizations. I don't care. I will starve if I can save just one fucking whale in the ocean and I'm starving. That's what I'm gonna do. I don't give a shit. People and people are so fucking selfish and so insensitive and ignorant that they will literally look at me and be like, "You're crazy," and it's like, oh, wow, are you so fucking egotistical that you cannot even fathom doing something for the greater cause and sacrificing something of yourself? Because that's the thing, sacrifice. People do not understand what that means. And I find it very, very concerning, because it's like many of these people that don't understand what sacrifice means, they're parents. So they technically would have to sacrifice many things all the time in order for their child, and it's like, that makes me believe that you don't sacrifice jack shit in order for your child to have a good life. So your child probably has a shit life because you're selfish and you don't give a shit. And it's like, damn, man. I don't understand. And I do hate fucking ratting on other people all the time, but it's like, and most and foremost, I always have to also say I have my flaws, and I have very great flaws, about how, about many things, little things and this and this and this, but my fundamental being of myself is I think it's okay, you know, and I'm self-conscious. I'm conscious and I'm self-conscious. That's the biggest thing. A lot of people are just not, they're not conscious, they're not cognitive, because they unfortunately, either they live in ignorance, because ignorance is bliss, we know this, or their intellect just doesn't allow them to. And I guess that's where, it is not necessarily their fault, but, I mean, it's like their parents should have never reproduced. But because of the level of IQ and consequently the level of ignorance, that was never even an option to those people to not reproduce, because all they know is the tradition of, procreation, and that's the only getting married, having children, growing old, and dying, and that is the only thing that was ever brought to their, to the horizon of their being. Their parents probably weren't academics. Their parents weren't thinking people. Their parents, the father was just a working man. The mother was just a housewife, and simple people. And then here's the breeding ground for this fucking congealed fucking shit, What? No, nobody anybody that is a writer and expresses themselves in, like poetic writing like yourself, is definitely of a higher IQ than the average human. I do believe that because you were able to utilize your intellect to do that, right? Because I did notice that today, that it's like, whoa, we cannot even, until we do certain things in life, we don't realize others, right? And I realized today that my brain spits so many information and has so many information going through it that, like, I cannot even keep up with it because I'm trying to put on record most of these thoughts in my head, and it's like, damn. So I'm just running to the paper and just writing the thoughts, and then, okay, the main thoughts, the core, and then tomorrow I will form everything else around it and make this into something, and it's like, damn, like the capacity, the capability that the human brain possesses, if we could use it in its entirety, my god, we could accomplish anything. I see. I wrote something about that. Let me see. I actually wrote something about that. So I'm gonna read it now. Is it this? Libra? No, it was not Libra. It's not entirely on the topic, but it's a little bit on the topic. Okay. Is this my last one? No, it's not. Oh, I'm about to read that. That's, I like that. I like already what I just saw. So, I have one that is called A Poet's Illness. I don't know. I don't think I read this on stream. Maybe I should read it. It's actually short, and then because, so a poet's illness. Let's see here. A poet's illness. I can no longer indulge myself in other humans' poetry, for each time I have done so it entirely crippled and dismembered my meager as well as shallow desire to continue writing. Disarmed to my own fault of my weak heart being grossly infected with the malignant cancers of insecurity, egotism, and the infamous inconfidence. Okay, so that is a poet's illness. And then here, this is what I wrote today. A poet's illness continued. If it wasn't learning for knowledge's sake, would we step into the sun and endure her blinding and burning rays named abuse? Endure the foulest of ridicule excreted by the only priest among warriors and consultants? Ridicule in such dangerous position, for its only binding is the thinnest of threads, called by its humans Wait a minute. Oh, I just forgot a word there. Okay. For its only binding is the thinnest of threads, called pride by its humans, a thread which only purpose lies in keeping from shattering the massive shield erected and grown of fragile energy which rests on the shoulders of the nervous system itself. Were it not for the surge of power encased and safely guarded by knowledge, which we mustn't leave behind but rather embrace as our path toward the light in darkness that is righteousness, not to be mistaken for a pitiful brother self-righteousness, but the open, freeing, and saving light of righteousness, reachable and attainable to and for any and everyone. Yeah. So I wrote that one today, but I got it. Okay. Yep, I gotta kind of work on this one a little bit more. Did you like it? I noticed a mistake now. I gotta fix it now. Shit. Because I didn't follow it up. I didn't follow it up at the end, and I needed to. I'm noticing this now. Oops. Might have to write that again. But I got another one on the back here. Maybe I can read that one. No, I'm gonna read it. Maybe I'll read them all. I don't know. Asthmatic! Hey! Oh my god, it's been a while. I love that moon. You bring that one every time. So fucking awesome, dude. How are you? Whoa, Kenji! Woo! Thank you for rating. Thank you. Welcome, everybody. Yeah, I'll do that later. I gotta correct that whole thing. Because I didn't, and yeah, I know what I did wrong. Actually, for the well, thank you very much for doing that. Welcome, everybody. We're having a good time. We're having some reading sessions here, so it seems just now. But you know, then I noticed my mistake, and then it's a poet's illness again. Fuck's sake. But anyway, welcome, everybody. Oh, because I was sitting there like that? Reading something? I know. Sorry about that. Didn't mean to, sketch you out there. Look at my little, she's so sleepy. Mouse, you're so cute. Always with your back toward me, you rude girl. But anyway, I gotta turn off this AC because it's fucking cold in here. I don't care. It's really weird. I can be very hot and then very cold, and it's just like, it's always a fucking ridiculous thing. But anyway, thank you guys so much for being here. Man, it's good to see. It's good to see Asthmatic. That's like, it's been a long time now, a little while. Like, yeah, it's been a few weeks. So that's awesome. Yeah, I heard it. I heard you do it. Like 3 times, I think. It's funny as hell. Yeah. We've just been sitting here and talking about writing and, how it plagues us at times. Ooh. That's cool. I like that one, Serendips. That's a good one. That makes me want to read mine. I'm gonna read it to you guys. Tell me your opinion, whatever. It's short, and this is about when you this is about talking about writing when you're sober or when you are not sober, right? So it's called Under a Silver Moon. Long forgotten are those who lie awake at night under a silver moon, riding with saturated mind what makes sober mind swoon. Although we must remind ourselves that many an influenced mind bathed in not only toxic waste often could bring many a sober mind to their knees, for their compositions most times reach not only consuming depths but also soar to such fantastical heights as to expose their sober rivals as victims rather than victors. Drunk people can write great at times too. Okay? I forgot a line there somewhere. I just saw that. Oh. No, that's not it. Maybe I imagined it, I guess. Whatever. I don't know if you guys like that one or not, but I did. I did like that one. Then man, I wrote a lot. Remember how we talked about the anti-progressionist? I don't know if you guys remember that, but whoever came up with the term, I don't remember. Somebody in here. Did I coin that? Yeah, I think I did, actually. I did read. Oh, you want me to read it out loud? I can. I'll read it out loud. Okay. We are debtors to the past, forced to pay our ancestors' flaws. We toil too hard, we try too hard. For what outcome? Just to have our offspring digging away at our own graves. Many bridges burnt, a path through, feet ablaze, a trail of destruction, of self, of identity. Who am I without this curse? Like an empty void swallowing the stars, this black hole devours all signs of life. Like some interplanetary hype, like some unknown problem, depression hits again. It hungers for my life. It craves my spark. It wants to eat. Okay, here's the whole thing. That was the end. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, that's good. That's good. Because, like I told you before last time, it's like you make this very visual, you know? That's what I like. Thank you for following, Maxie. Hello, greetings. Welcome in. Welcome in. Is this so long? It's very long. Ooh, but I can read this one. Shout out. Yeah. I can read this one. I am, of course. Yes. Maybe I shouldn't. I probably shouldn't. I'm not doing it. Hello. Yeah, you can get a reading if you you can either spend channel points, crystals, or you can spend bits. And yep, it says it right there. And then you can get the reading of your choice. It can be a 1-card reading, a 3-card reading, or a 10-card reading. No, the one that I was going to read, I named Kristen Toom and Politics. So I was like, alright, maybe I'm not going to read that right now. Come on out of there, come on out of there. That little thing can burn like, look how it's shiny in the camera. That's so weird. Not gonna tell you about my feeling these weird urges. Ooh, okay, Maxie. Now tell me, is there something you want to ask about, or you just want the one card? Oh, okay. Let's see. Hopefully it will tell us, but I cannot guarantee you, of course, if it will. Or I should say that it will. But we're definitely going to see something. Okay, let's see. Okay, so this is very good. This is good. So it appears, I don't know if I'm right or not, but it appears that you don't want your ex to contact you again because it is not of good. It does not serve you well. So here's the 9 of Swords inverted, and this card is, when it is upright, it is all about anxiety, misery, despair, worry, illness. But because it is inverted, it is expressing that it is about better health and improved outlook in your life. So if your ex contacting you, produce like an ailment to yourself, then this shall no longer be the case, because you will be in better health and there will be an improved outlook. So if that was what was causing you trouble, then that's probably not going to happen anymore, and you will feel better in your life. Definitely, either way, even if he or they do, things will get better for you. That is the essence of this whole thing. Things will improve your health, be it mental or physical, as well as other things. There will be improved outlook for you. Okay, you're welcome, Max. You're welcome. Thank you for coming in. Very nice, very nice. Like when I get my hair out of my neck, man. My hair is so long. It's like, I don't even know where it is going anymore. Jesus. Yeah, but anyway. Hey, I mean, I don't know. Maybe you should be happy. I personally am happy that none of my exes contact me. I'm happy about that. I don't want them to contact me. Because, I mean, it is kind of funny. Like, okay, talking about exes, it's kind of funny because, like, my brother works on the same road as where my ex-husband one of my ex-husbands works, okay? And it's like one time my ex-husband actually came into my brother's establishment and was like, "Oh my God, I can't believe I'm seeing you." And my ex, he's an okay guy. He's cool, you know. But it's whatever. He just can't keep his in his pants, so you know, I had to. But anyway, so it was like I guess he was sitting at the bar. He's like, "This is my ex-brother-in-law," about my brother. And my brother's like, "Why do you keep saying that? Stop." So for me, it's like, okay, whenever I go into my brother's establishment, I'm always like this. I'm like, oh God, I hope he doesn't show up. I don't want to see him. I don't like it. I don't like. And with me, honestly, it's not just exes, but it is just, in general, people from the past. People that are no longer relevant in my life at all. I don't want to see them. I don't want to see them. It's awkward. It's very awkward because just then seeing each other is a revelation in itself, because it's like, you haven't given a fuck about me, you know. And it's like, I try to give a fuck about you, but you never did. So that's why we're here now talking about, I haven't seen you in years. Yeah, okay. Right. You know, let's just move on. Let's not even do that. Let's not even unpack that shit. Let's just be like, okay, and walk away, because you're a piece of shit and I don't need to see you. That's just really how I feel. It's because that's really the truth. You know, because I've been living my life now for years. You weren't around at all, you know, so it's like, okay. So it does not only apply to exes with me. It is really people, all people that I've known. Because I still to this day, when some people will text them and we'll ask them how they're doing and stuff like that. I still do that, you know, every couple months or so. I will text a person that will never text me, you know, and they will respond immediately, and they will tell me, and they will talk about only themselves. They will never ask how I'm doing, you know, and it's just like, why am I texting them? Why am I asking? I already know they're not going to give a shit, you know, like they're not going to text me anytime soon, you know. It's like, why waste my time? You know, because there are, I mean, you know, maybe 2 or 3 people in my life that actually do give a shit, you know, that actually will check on me, that actually text me more than I text them, you know, and it's like, okay, they're actually fucking like in there, and I love it, you know, because it's like, I need it for my soul fucking survival, you know, so. No, I mean, you know, cordial in my opinion is just another word for like respect, you know, like I still respect, you know. I still always have a fundamental respect, you know, because it's like, when I say fundamental, I don't mean like fundamental in a big sense. I mean just like a basic, I should rather say basic, I guess. Basic respect, you know, like this is a live creature. You know, so at least I'm going to treat them as such, and I apply my etiquette that I was taught by my mother, you know, and that's it, you know, and but I will not have any feelings, you know, attached to it, which is still also a part that I am myself working on, you know, to not have feelings attached, because like I would still have feelings attached, you know, of you know, like sadness or disappointment in the person, and I really just need to stop that, you know, because it's like it's a waste of energy, you know, it really is a fucking waste of energy, and I do believe that you know, essentially, hope is a waste of energy too. I'm starting to kind of like shift into that because it's like, it's not hope, it's like do. You gotta do. You can sit there and call it hope, but it's more like you do what you can. Hoping is like praying. It doesn't do anything. You know what I mean? Hoping is like you're just sitting on your fat ass and you're not doing anything. You gotta do. You gotta action. Action determines everything. You cannot just sit there and hope. I I mean, there's always a little bit of a feeling that you want to, that you're, yeah, that you're kind of proud that if you're in a good situation, that you are in the position situation that you are, and you like to, when you have things going for you, you like to talk about it. I am very much a person, with, oh, what have you been up to? I'm like, I'm in a band now, I have many paintings now. I've been very invested in my art and my craft. I like talking about that because, yes, I am proud of that. But it is not so much pride in the negative sense for me. It is more pride in the sense like I am proud of my accomplishments, and as anybody and everybody should, so that's it. But it's like I mean, there are most people that I don't even care to tell them about that because it's like they're so fucking just that they don't even fucking hear. They don't even give a shit what they're saying. They will never look at my stuff. They will never tell anybody about my stuff. It's never going to be anything constructive. I will never influence them with what I do in any way. So it's like have an impact. It will nothing that I do, not even myself, without doing anything, or with doing nothing, will ever have an impact on this person. So it's like, meh. I know. I'm exactly. I have this discussion once in a while with maybe a random person or something about the meaning and or the interpretation of pride, right? Because pride has, by now, of course, we understand the Catholic Church, pride has now become this fucking thing that you shouldn't have, right? By Christians. Just like, for instance, um um pride and envy. Those are the two. I am an extremely envious person, and I hate that about myself. I don't think it's wrong. There's nothing wrong with that because being envious can also trigger motivation and also inspiration in yourself sometimes. So I think it can be okay to be envious. It is an icky feeling, and I don't like that feeling. And that's what my poem, "The Poet's Illness," is about. So I don't like that feeling. But it's not a bad feeling. It can really trigger good things out of it. Um, and pride is something I think everybody needs to know. Actually, like being prideful, I guess, is the bad thing. You know what I mean? Being prideful. Because then you're like, it's like an ego. It's another word for egotistical, I think. But being proud is in my opinion more like somebody, you're holding your head high regardless of your struggles or regardless to your oppositions. Boasting, boasting is shitty too. Yeah. That's kind of, it's similar definitely to that. So but I do think pride is one of those things, people think way too negatively about it. Yeah. Yeah, it is a very internal feeling, yeah. But yeah, guys, I've been on here now an hour and a half. I think I'm gonna call it a night for tonight. But good stream. I think I covered good things, and I'm really grateful for everybody who was in here. New follower in here, Maxie. Appreciate you. Hello, Drytheus. I am just about to head out, actually. But I want to say thank you to everybody, to Kenjan for rating me. Thank you so much for that, Kenjan. And thank you for Maxie. And of course, as usual, thank you, Serendips, for being part. And we had, who else do we have? Asthmatic for stopping by with an awesome moon gift. I love that thing. Uriel. Yep, it's been a while. Thank you for coming in. Naomi, thank you for stopping in. Then Real Banished. Yeah, Real Banished was here. It's also been a while. So we've had a bunch of people. Very nice. Thank you guys so much for coming. Fuck you too. So thank you very much, everybody, for coming. I'm going to be back tomorrow. Yep, I'm going to be back. I just don't know what time, but I will definitely be back tomorrow. But I appreciate all of you guys very much. And of course, Serendips, I'll see you in Discord, certainly. And until next time, don't forget, help the cause, stop reproducing, and also don't forget to mourn those in spiritual turmoil, for they need us most. And until next time, I say tschüss, zdravo, and bye.